Troy Becker, brand manager for STX Lacrosse. Today I'll be taking you through how to string up Justin Guterding's replica pocket. Justin uses the Surgeon 900 head and the FiberX handle in the PLL this summer. Justin was top 10 in goals, points, and assists, so this pocket definitely worked out for him. Jay Bissett down at Duke is the equipment manager and strings all of Justin's sticks to this day. So even though he is not still at Duke, Jay still strings all of his sticks, and obviously it's been working out well for him. Let me take you through how to string it up. He actually skips the second sidewall hole. So instead of being that first diamond, we're gonna come down to the second diamond, 10 diamond row. We're gonna lock this down. So we're gonna loop once, and then back through the mesh. That's once, then we're gonna do it again. So twice, back through, then up through the back, and locked. Moving on, we're gonna interlock. So we're gonna go skip the next hole. We're gonna go through the outside of the plastic first, like so. You're gonna leave a little bit of slack. You're gonna come up through the front of the mesh, like so, and then go down through that hole in the string that we created before. So you wanna make sure you pull the slack out, like so. The knot's right up against the plastic, and then pull the end of the string to pull the mesh in tight. Skip the next hole, come down through the outside of the plastic, once again leaving a little hole of string through the front of the mesh, and then down through the top of the hole that we created before. Pull the slack on the inside, and then pull it through the bottom of the string. We'll then do an SI, so through the back of the mesh. On the next hole, we're not gonna skip, so we're going through the next one, through the outside of the plastic, and then up through that loop, just like always. This is an SI, and so on. So now we've created the channel, we've pulled that mesh down, so you get a nice smooth release. So to start, we'll do a 1. So we'll go through the back of the mesh, skip the next sidewall hole, through the outside of the plastic, and then through that loop we created. And then we're gonna do a 2. So we'll go through the back of the mesh once, and then instead of going through the plastic, we'll go through the back of the second diamond, like so, for a 2. So we'll skip the next hole, like so, and then up and over the string for a 2. Then we'll repeat the process, so we'll do a 2 again, through the back, and then once again through the back. So once again, 2 more diamonds on that string. We're gonna skip the next hole, through the outside of the plastic, and then up over that string we created. We then are going to do a 1. So we'll go through the back once again, skipping that next hole, through the outside of the plastic, and then up over that string. And then we will go through the back of the 9 diamond row, like so, and then through the inside of the last sidewall hole. This will allow us to bring the string to the inside, so then we can tie off at the bottom. Go ahead and make your knot. So to start the bottom string, I put a single knot at one end. We'll start on the outermost hole, up through the bottom, and then loop it around. Once again, the Surgeon bottom string holes are a little bit bigger than normal, so we want to make sure that that knot doesn't pop through while we're on the field. So once we loop, we're going to find that 9 diamond row that we tied off on earlier. You should have a string going through the outside. We're going to come up through there. We're going to skip to the 5th hole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go through the back of the mesh and then down through the 2nd bottom string hole, pull tight. And then to continue, we're gonna go up through the third bottom string hole, through that same 5th diamond as before, and then skip all the way to the end. Again, we tied off on that hole earlier, and then we're gonna go down through the top part of the last bottom string hole. Before you pull it all the way tight, we're gonna loop once again, just so that string doesn't pop through. Like so. Justin likes to leave a little bit of slack in the bottom so he can one-handed cradle. The ball can sit down, but then come back up when he goes to shoot. For the shooting strings, Justin does 2 straight across and 1 nylon. He does the shooting strings on the 5th row and the 7th row, and then the nylon on the 4th. So we'll start on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Follow that across. There should be an open sidewall hole. He actually wraps his shooting string around the plastic. You can also use that hole to start it off. So like always, we'll weave this to start. There's plenty of ways to put shooting strings in. This is just the way that I like. So we weave this all the way across to start, and then we'll set ourselves up to go around the plastic. Again, you want to make sure that this is flat throughout. And then we're going to go back with the second part of the string and go over and under. So it allows the ball to still come out, but really hug up below that bottom shooter. So once you get the tension right, you can go ahead, tie off, and go to the 5th. Again, around the plastic for him. You can use that sidewall hole if you want to. It's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way to use it. Weave all the way across. You can tie off. For the last part, Justin uses a nylon up here. It's up to you whether you want to put it in or not. So we'll go through, since we already used the double on this sidewall hole that connects, we'll go through the top. We'll just shimmy this down so it gets as close as possible. And then just like the shooting strings for the nylon, we'll weave the first one all the way, pull the slack, and then get to the end. He has this sit right on top of the shooting string. And then for the second one, continue over and under, all the way across. Back through that top little hole. Now it's totally up to you how tight you want to make this. He has it decently tight, but not too tight, just so it's smooth and a little bit extra snap at the end. And I like to go back and just double knot these, wrap around itself, and pull the slack out just in case. And there you have it.